Welcome to the BBC.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to another week of the Between Both Cheek podcast, or the BBC. You can decide what that acronym stands for. My name is Becca. I'm joined today with Luba.
Hello.
And it's been a while, so we thought we'd give you an update with what we are currently working on. So if you did not know, we do something every year that we call our model search, and we have an oncology line, a cancer compassionate line of skincare products. One is Strength Repair Balm, and the other one is Courage Facial Comfort Cream. And so every year we do a model call to shoot marketing campaign images to highlight those products. And we are currently in the thick of it. And we had like over 800% more submissions than last year, which is great. But we thought we'd talk about it on the podcast today because I feel like not all of you know about it, and we want as many people to know about it as possible. So if you know us for our anal bleach, that's kind of what we're famous for. We have so many other sides of the brand, and this one I think is really impactful and touching. So we just want to tell everybody all about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're doing the right thing if we have an 800% increase. We're raising awareness that way, but it all really stemmed from when I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer in 2020, and my skin started to react to the chemo and to the radiation very poorly. My skincare that I was using at the time stopped working. And even just the little things, like I wasn't able to open up the containers, or the containers were glass and they were slipping out of my hands because of neuropathy. So all of these things that aren't taken into consideration as a cancer patient. So I contacted my chemist in my lab and I said, listen, I need you to help make some product for me. And this is what they need to, basically how they need to work and how they need to function, both packaging wise and the actual ingredients, and what I need it to do and feel like and smell like and all of that. And it was only meant for me. The lab literally sent gallons of it to my doorstep, and I began using it, and no one was ever going to know about it because I wasn't going to be open about my cancer, and I wasn't going to be open about anything like that. So it was when the radiation tech, who had been there for like 25 plus years, said to me, what are you using on your skin? Because this is not normal. Like the amount of radiation that you're getting with boosters every single day, your skin should be completely like burnt black, peeling blisters. It should feel like sandpaper. And I didn't have any of that. If you look at my before and afters on this, it actually looks like cancer didn't happen. It looks like reverse. The before and after looks reversed. And then same thing with my oncologist, she said to me, like, your skin is in such great condition, and like the collagen is back in your skin, and the crazy cystic acne and paper like skin that I had, all of that just like went away because I was using these products. And in that moment I was like, wow, I really need to like launch this. Like, cancer was my gift that I was given so I could develop these products and help other cancer patients along their journey, just to make it a little bit easier, because everything is very much stripped from you, right? We identify to our hair so much as women, and when you lose your hair in chemo, your eyelashes, I couldn't wear mascara, the odd time that I tried to put on fake false strip lashes. I remember I was doing a virtual interview. It was live on the news, and my eyelash I could feel was coming off. So things we don't think about, like you actually need a base of eyelashes in order to put false lashes on. You can't just put them on an eyelid with no eyelashes. We lose all of this, and we really start to lose our identity and our beauty, and how we kind of relate to the world and that persona that we put out there, and how we feel confident with kind of these masks, if you will. All that is stripped away. So this really was the reason to give back in that way. And then with the model search, the first thing that we did was we went to, stock photos. It was the pandemic. And, the first place we went was stock photos, and everything that my designer gave me were women that were sad and women that were hunched over and, women that were just sad. I kind of thought to myself, like, even though I have this diagnosis, like, I'm still laughing. I'm still myself. I still have good days. I have bad days or things that I still enjoy and don't enjoy. Like, I just feel like people that develop cancer products for profit don't have any idea on what it is like to walk in our shoes. And that's why you see, the pink ribbons and the sad women and, the pink washing that they do with it. But no one really understands it unless you've been through it. So that's why I thought, you know what, screw this. Let's feature a model that we get to select every year, and let's feature them strong and powerful and taking their power back and having a voice and showing that, they are happy and they are strong and they are courageous. And then let's feature them and let's pay them directly.
So we've already done this twice now. The first year was a woman in New Zealand who had a double mastectomy. And then last year was a woman from Quebec, Canada, who has pheochromocytoma, which is a rare adrenal cancer. And then she recently was diagnosed with a thyroid cancer as well, and she is terminal. So we've had two really amazing women that we've been able to highlight and show, and you can see those images on our website and social media. We don't know who it's going to be yet this year. We're currently in the interviewing process. So far, I have it down to 8 people, and we're in interviews. I have some preliminary favorites, but I haven't met anyone yet, so I don't really know. And I remember in the past, I was surprised as the process kept going on, because it can be multiple interviews sometimes, and it's really hard to make that decision. But it's so fun once we get there, and then we can show off the photos and just seeing how impactful it can be to these people. Not just women, it could be a man too. It's open to everybody and all forms of cancer. It's just been women so far, but maybe that'll change this year. It's just so impactful to them to see the joy that it brings and the newness too. Not many people have even had a photo shoot, let alone such a vulnerable photo shoot. So, you can really make them feel 5-star. And yeah, it's just so nice to have, like, I feel like it balances out right to have like such a heartfelt part of the brand and then like the fun on the outside.
For sure.
I feel like if we just had fun all the time, eventually it would get kind of like stale.
You always have to give back, right? Like that's, I've said, and maybe a lot of people will disagree with this as a business owner, but people over profit. Is if you put people first, the profit will come.
And it does. And the feedback that we've gotten because of the marketing images that we have, I don't think it would stand out so much if we used stock photos.
I completely agree with that. And that's with literally all of our marketing, but especially specifically for the cancer compassionate side of it. I mean, and then, like you were saying, this is sometimes a first time photo shoot for some of these women, some of these people, and then they get to have the photos. So they get to use them as well and, show people and post them on their socials or, whatever they want to do with them. But they also get a little piece of that. And I think it's just so important because I think it builds community in like a different aspect. Like it's not a charity run and it's not a, bake sale. It's like, it's a whole different level. And I'm so glad that we decided to talk about it on this podcast because I don't think people realize the work and how serious this process is. Like the amount of interviews and the questions and the forms that they have to fill out. It is a big undertaking on our end. And then, we also fly people to wherever we're going to have this shoot and we put them up in a hotel and we pay for their expenses on top of a wage that we give them for their time. Aligning with photographers. Last year we had Jen Rosenbaum, who's also a breast cancer survivor. So it was amazing for her to be part of the shoot. Anna Ono, which is a lingerie line for women that that need bras and, mastectomy bras and things like that. They donate the clothing for these shoots. It's a massive undertaking. And I'm actually, now that I speak the words, that we make this happen in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Each year it's been like once we get going, like a 2-month process. So if you want to nominate yourself or a loved one, someone you know, we will have the link in the description. It's also on our website at cancercompassionate.com. You can see it there. It is open to men or women or anyone in between.
Children.
Children, any age, with parental consent. Any type of cancer, whether you're currently going through it or you're a survivor or a thriver or a pre-vivor even, which will be fun to do one day. Anybody that's been touched by cancer in some way, shape, or form. In the past, we have done it internationally. You get a little bonus point if you're in the continental US. But go ahead and apply anyways, and you never know what will happen. We keep all of your submissions. You can reapply every year. Just because you didn't get it one year, don't feel like...
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so close who I select out of the form submissions. So don't get discouraged if you're not chosen. Please apply.
Absolutely. Yeah, great points. So we look forward to your submissions, and we look forward to showing you guys all the photos that we will shoot in August. So probably September we'll have something.
Yeah. And we'll showcase it usually in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks for listening. Make sure you check out the show description to get those links if you're interested. If you could please leave us a 5-star rating, it really helps us out. Make sure you're following or subscribe to the show so you get updated every time we upload a new episode. And follow us on our social media, Between Both Cheeks podcast. I think that's it. The most important thing you can do to help us out is leave a review. Preferably
yes, please.
5 stars. Okay, and we'll talk to you next time.